So, what was your initial reaction on reading the script for each of you, and what made you want to? What made you say, "I want to rock"? Malin, starting with you.
Oh, before I even knew about the film, I'd seen the Broadway show twice. I was such a big fan of this music and of comedy, of course. The combination is perfect. So having read the script and hearing about, I think my character was one of the last ones to be cast, and so I heard about the brilliant cast that was already set, and just, the combination of the music and the comedy and the cast. Adam Shankman as the director, I was in. I was totally in. Or I should say I was begging for the part.
And Paul, how about yourself?
Ditto.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was like, but to me, I hadn't seen the musical, and I have to confess, I'm not a big musical fan, but I like them on screen.
Yeah.
For some reason. They're just crazy on screen. So I thought, wow, I could get to be in some big crazy screen musical. I was like, I never thought that would
And
happen.
a rock musical
yeah,
too,
and
which
with
is
this
really cool.
bizarre array of people, I was
Yeah.
like, this sounds so...
Did you just call me bizarre?
Not you.
Yeah.
Everybody else bizarre. No, but you know what I mean? And crazy
Yeah.
people, like random, fantastic, weird bunch of people. I was
Yeah.
like, this will be really fun. So
Yeah.
it was.
They are all very individual characters, aren't they? And they
Yeah.
work great very
Yeah,
well with them
amazing.
together.
Yeah.
And we get to hear a few blasts from you. What did you enjoy about the singing aspect of the role?
I really liked it. I mean, I didn't know what it was going to feel like. I was a little apprehensive. And part of that thing of like suddenly having to burst into song was like a little challenging. But then the first time I did it, I thought, now I see why people love doing this.
Yeah, it's
because
so
it's
much
like
fun.
it just gives you everything and it gives you this big lift. I loved doing it.
It's like music. It just as soon as you put a song, it can transport you
Completely.
into a mood, into a place, and that was it. Actually
It
made
tells
it
you exactly
easier,
what you're supposed to do.
easier to act
Yeah,
and
yeah.
while you're singing and you hear the music. It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Just lifts words, doesn't it? You hear "I love you" spoken. That's quite nice, but suddenly when it's sung, it's like,
It's
Yeah.
like boom. Yeah.
I want to know what love is. It was such a great. It was so much fun.
Paul, your character, also called Paul, says he gave Stacey Jacks his first million, and one imagines the manager's cut was quite hefty out of
Oh,
that.
sure.
But,
Oh, yeah.
what's their relationship sort of come to by the time that we see them in the movie?
I think it's not good. You know, I mean, I've just sort of used this guy, and there's like sick sort of independence and stuff like that. I mean, it's just really, it's gross. You know, who's in control of who, and it's just not good. Bad.
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 Not good.
Bad. Ugly.
And Malin, what does Constance make of Stacey Jacks that when she comes to interview him for Rolling Stone?
I think she really was a big Stacey Jacks fan. I really think she believed in him as an artist, and is kind of saddened at his state at this time, and was excited to go do the interview, and really walked in feeling like she wanted an honest answer to why he is where he is and the choices that he made, and then ends up just putting him in his place, really.
Yeah, quite right.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there's quite a bizarre mix of characters, but you can't forget Heyman, the baboon. What was he like to be around with on set? Was he menacing as he looked?
No, he was
So
really
sweet.
not menacing. He was so sweet that it was hard to get him to be menacing.
Yeah.
I mean, he was supposed to punch me, and he just wouldn't do it. And I think there's endless footage of that punch when he was supposed to punch me, and he just kept kind of patting my face.
Oh,
and he'd
that's
turn around
so
and show me his
sweet.
ass, and he'd pat my face. So eventually they had to hit me with a fake monkey arm.
Oh, are you serious?
Adam
I didn't
Shankman
know
had
that.
to punch me with a fake monkey arm because the monkey wouldn't hit me.
He just
I was
wanted to
like,
high
"Come on,
five
come
and
on."
smile.
Yeah, he
all
just
the
wanted to
time.
hang out and have a nut and like
Have a
kinda-
nut.
Yeah, he was eating a lot of nuts, and he was great.
Yeah.
He
It
was
does
fun.
look very forceful in the film, and if you hang around to the end credits, you get to see the little punch again.
Oh, you get to see
Yeah.
it again. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't hang around to the end. Oh, that's
See,
good.
you always hang around to the end.
I
credits.
should. I didn't know that.
And Malin, I love that brilliant and very sexy scene with that you do with Tom Cruise on the air hockey
Yes.
table. What was that like to shoot?
Oh my God, it was amazing. We had a lot of rehearsals beforehand, thankfully, because we could not keep a straight face while we were rehearsing. It was insane. I mean, some of those moves, him on his knees singing into my butt. I mean, that's amazing. It's brilliant. So I love physical comedy, and that's sort of where I feel most comfortable, which is weird. So we had a blast doing that.
Yeah, I mean, each movement got its own laugh in the screening that I was at last night.
it was crazy.
No, it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
And when Paul sees Drew sing at the Bourbon Room, you kind of see those dollar signs in his eyes, don't you? Like, much like Simon Cowell, perhaps on the X Factor, when he sees someone who's real lucrative.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The
So,
guy's
yeah.
all about just using people.
Yep.
Is it money really that's driving
Oh,
him?
sure. Absolutely. Yeah, that's all the man cares about.
Not for the love of music at all.
But he's got a great look going on, hasn't he? I like the ponytail
Yeah.
and the nose socks. What did you make of
No
that look?
socks. Yeah. It was all very carefully thought out. The hair was a whole thing that took a while to get down because we thought of different
Loved
kind of
it.
80s things. And then that is such a classic thing for those kinds of guys. They still are guys like that
Hanging
in the
on
music
to their
industry
hair.
who have
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah. And that was, I hadn't thought of the ponytail, but then one of the hair guys said, ponytail. And then the mustache
Yeah.
looked perfect.
It's an
Dead
awesome
on.
combo.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
And Marlin, how about Constance? She gets some great costumes, and she goes through a bit of a transition as well, doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah.
I love the transition. I loved the hair, by the way. That was my favorite. It was just great. It's a wig, and it's sort of like Sharon Stone in Total Recall.
Right.
Remember her?
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. So that was great. And the costumes, going from hot for teacher to, rock star's girlfriend. It was so much fun. Costume really puts you into character.
Yeah.
And Paul, this is a real tour de force, I think, from Tom Cruise as Stacey Jackson. I imagine working with him, though, he's probably quite different to Stacey, is he?
Yes.
Yes, he is. Yeah, no, he's very different, absolutely. But when we were doing it, when you were working with him, he was in it,
Yeah.
sort of. He was
Great.
really, he had that very bizarre energy going on. He was in it, but yeah, then he's totally different. He's not like that at
Transformed
all.
himself
He really
completely.
did. Yeah.
No, he's such a focused,
very nice guy.
focused
and-
actor, really grounded, down
Yeah,
to earth,
very present.
easygoing.
Yeah.
And the film is hugely entertaining, very energetic. A lot of that energy comes from the songs, I think, but also it must have come from Adam Shankman, I imagine, from the top. What was he like to
Incredible.
work with?
He's such an energetic person. I mean, this really is a reflection of his personality. He can just break out in song and dance at any
Totally,
moment.
he can do any of that stuff. Yeah.
He's phenomenal. He's such a talented director. You really feel like you're in hands that you can trust. You feel like you're able to go there and be vulnerable, and you know that he's going to take care of you, and he knows what he wants, and so much fun to work with.
Yeah, very
Oh,
funny guy.
great guy.
Yeah.
And musically, were you rockers yourselves? Do you have any favourites in there from the time?
I was definitely more Metallica.
Yeah, I was
and
more that kind of thing
AC/DC.
too. Than this stuff.
But there's some great songs. I
Great
was a Bon
songs
Jovi
in it.
fan as well. That was one of my first concerts. I ever
That's
went to,
great.
so
That whole number. in
Wanted
this,
is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's great. That's great in this. And then, that's a great song. But I was more that kind of thing too.
But I think everyone's going to have a few favourites, aren't they? I think I've forgotten about that. Mine was
Yeah,
Totally.
Pat Benatar songs. You're like, oh yeah, that
That
one.
opening
It's
song
great.
too. Was it Night Ranger? Is it Night Ranger song? The opening song.
What was the opening song now?
Sister Christian.
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
it?
Sister Christian. I
great
don't know who sang
classic.
it.
I think it is.
Great.
That's a great scene
song.
on the bus, though, isn't it?
So
It's
great.
so
That's like one
much
of my
fun.
favorite things in the movie. Yeah, I love that.
And just finally, what do you think audiences will really enjoy about Rock of Ages, Malin?
Oh, everything. The music, the different choreography, the dance scenes are amazing. The comedy. I mean, the combination of everything. It's just there's a love story. There's sex and alcohol and dancing and rock and roll and how can you not love all those things?
It should just be fun. I
Yeah,
hope
it's
just-
so much
nothing
fun.
but fun.
It's a
So I
great
hope
ride.
People have a good time. Yeah.
Paul Giamatti, Malin Akerman, thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.